My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Slay the Spire, where we're going to be doing the daily climb for the August 15th, 2019 daily challenge. The character is the defect. The cursed run modifier is on. Whenever you defeat a boss, become cursed. Your starting relic is replaced with the cursed key. Darkstone Periapt in the Duvu doll. Vintage, normal enemies drop relics instead of cards. And terminal, whenever you enter a new room, lose 1 max HP, start each combat with 5 plated armor. So this is very much just going to be like a very kind of strength heavy, relic heavy, probably card light kind of run. I guess we're a little incentivized already to go for score just because we're going to be putting the curses in our deck anyway. And I guess we are going to need to add cards in order to dilute the curses out of our deck. Okay, never mind. We're probably going for score then. No problem though. Ooh, take a curse early. Thank you. And another one. Ooh. So the reason I go to question marks in even vintage runs, despite the fact that vintage runs have the normal enemies dropping relics instead of cards, and events are not usually as good as relics, the reason I oftentimes go to them is order to get the curses for the 5 curses that I'm going to need over the course of a run. Symbiotic Virus at the start of each combat, channel 1 dark. There was also a decay in there. Let's upgrade the dual cast. Right, I'm actually not going to be able to get many cards in this deck. Of course. Of course I'm not going to be able to get many cards in this deck. It's vintage. I forgot about the vintage modifier there for a millisecond. It's vintage. All right, well, that is going to be a problem. At the very least, dual casters are lethal here. Hopefully we get the... There we go. Dual cast for us. Running to the Dodecahedron. If your HP is full, gain energy at the start of your turn. Melter, Skim, Auto Shields. Auto Shields is a real strong defensive option for us. I think we need it. Yeah, like our strength can be real high, but if we draw hands that are only curses and nothing but, it doesn't really matter how high our strength is. We're probably going to die. Whenever you play a power card, a random card in here costs 0 for the rest of the turn, as well as a power potion, normality, and Omori. Negate the next 2 curses you obtain. We're not going to take that, because we do want all of the curses. Should have played out the defend and the strike there. That's my bad. Could have saved myself 2 HP. It's fine. Pretty much ideal in how to wake them up. A lot of our curses so far have been pretty not great for us. Normality, decay, regret. Although the regret was from a source that can only give you regret in that position anyway, so I knew that one was going to be a regret. The decay and the normality though, those punked me. Blood Vial at the start of each combat. Heal for 2 HP, as well as a beam cell, which would be quite useful in setting up some damage for us. Oh gosh. I'm actually going to use my power potion here. I'm terrified. Defragment? Oh god. Darkness? Oof. That Gremlin Wizard is almost certainly going to manage to hit me at this rate. Okay, there's a 7 apiece. Just in case. Just in case we can stop it. Beautiful. Alright, now get me to a dual cast. I might actually feel okay about all the potions I've used, as long as we get a dual cast in a reasonable period of time. Or, you know, any other way to evoke. Tiny chest, you, upon pickup, gain 30 gold. You're 10% more likely to find treasure in question mark rooms. Those treasures have curses in them as well, so we're incentivized to get them for that reason. Flash of Steel looks pretty good here, so does Sunder. Well, Flash of Steel looks the best. I obviously can't take Peace Pipe or anything like that. So it's like Flash of Steel, Ornamental Fan. Flash of Steel Violence, maybe? Then you get some more small attacks. We're gonna need them. Still no clue where they're gonna be coming from, but no, we need them. Oh, God. Just our strikes are doing pretty fine at the moment, though. Thank heck for dual cast. Preserved insect. Enemies in elite combats have 25% less HP. Ooh. Could have been worse. I think we're probably going to want the upgrade most on Beam Cell. I feel like there's no way we're going to be perfecting this fight anyway, so may as well not torture myself with it. I don't really want attacks in my next hand, so I'm going to play Violence here. So yeah, I'm wasting these 3 strikes. But it should ultimately be okay. We get the enemy on the ground. I'm gonna leave that Dark Orb building for as long as I possibly can afford to. Hell yeah. Actually managed to mount a pretty reasonable defense out of all of that. And as I assured you earlier, we will definitely be taking damage here. There it goes. Come on. So if dual cast is at the... not the next hand, but the hand after. We good? Never mind. It's in the wrong hand, but it does look like we're actually going to be okay ultimately. Just need to get a single attack out next turn. Single? Double? Double. Beautiful. Hyper Beam has to be. It's just the right thing to cast and instantly kill all enemies. Hopefully. Future card awards have 2 less cards to choose from. That only matters after elites. That said, I guess like our enemy's intent doesn't really matter to us, and the elite card selections do. So I'm gonna take the Runic Dome. Where can we find shops? Says 2 early question marks, 2 midline question marks, another question mark, and a late shop on this path with 2 elites. We definitely start on that path, but there's another divergent path at the very end. That, oh, God. Normality. Ugh. I hate that Normality keeps showing up in the same hand as the... you know, the card that allows me to draw a bunch of other cards. Violence. Right. I was trying to explain something. All right, yeah, there's a divergent path here where I can go for extra question marks, 1 less rest, as well as the earlier merchant. Oof. Please don't be doing your large hit this turn, but even if you are, I'm not going to see it. The Courier, the merchant restocks cards relative to potions, all prices decreased by 20%. Yep, now we know what you're going to do. We're going to use the Courier to fill up our deck to offset the downside of having all of these curses in here. Purple Fire Spirit, okay. So I could give away Normality right now, which does get me a relic called Spirit Poop. It loses us 1... so the Relic Spirit Poop loses us 1 point at the end of the run, but it might get us Who Needs Relics, or I Like Shiny, sorry, for having 25 plus relics. Alternatively, I could just remove something else. Like, doesn't really make sense to remove anything. I guess Zap? Yeah, let's get Zap out of the deck. I'm keeping all of these curses. We're gonna get mad strong. I'm making sure to cast Flash of Steel last, just in case I happen to pull normality from it. I'll be doing the same again here. It is remarkable how much damage we can have on a turn like that. That's why I put Violence into the deck. Glad that it's actually finally showing off what it can do. Hopefully 15's enough to defend us here on the turn 1. Great. Otherwise, coming in with block from the auto shields was going to be a downside for us. Whetstone upon upgrade to random attacks will take either a beam cell or nothing. Actually, no, it's probably the sweeping beam, then the whetstone. Yep. Come on, and hyper beam. No, hyper beam. Unfortunately, our AoE save the hyper beam is already gone. Never mind, we're fine. A lot of these are working out really, really cleanly. I'm quite pleased. Rest sites are good or bad for us? Neither, right? Yeah. I mean, they're not going to be rewards, and rewards get us curses, and curses get us strength, so. Data disc, start of each combat, gain 1 focus. This is 2 more question marks. The shop is a little earlier, but it's 2 more question marks. I'll take it. Upgrade all strikes and defends, or remove a card from the deck. Upgrading all strikes and defense is actually pretty impactful. Those 4 defends getting 3 extra defense apiece. It's pretty great. Letter opener and clumsy as well. Yikes. We've got 8 curses here. Yeah. Upon pick up, choose an attack card, started combat without any opening hand. Rip and Tear is obviously incredible. That's like a good thing to put in the opening hand, I think. Although it's probably Hyper Beam we put in the opening hand. Rip and Tear, Flash of Steel. Barrage is not actually good for us. Unfortunately, I would have loved it to be. But we don't get that many orbs up. Haven't got that many opportunities earlier in this run in order to get that many things that would have the orbs. I'm adequately confused. This is pretty much the final turn before I start taking serious damage, right? Good. All works out. Your rightmost orb triggers his passive additional time, as well as Data Disc, as well as Symbiotic Virus is a real good combo. Get a Dark Orb that's growing bigger. Beautiful. Bottled Lightning upon pickup, choose a skill. Started combat that on opening hand. That's got to be Violence, right? Chill, Recycle, Storm. Eh. Don't need to really do anything to any of those. Let's upgrade the Hyper Beam. It's going to be in the opening hand. May as well be worth being there. That said, funnily enough, I don't necessarily think we actually use it this turn. No, I do. The Dark Orb ideally shouldn't be the way that we kill here. Violence does mean, however, that we're like a whole deck cycle away from getting back to our attack cards. It's a little far. Yeah. Yeah, all right. Hands like that are pretty bad. The enemy is going to be purging this turn. This is our free hit turn. And now they're going to try and murder us. They're not guaranteed to be unsuccessful either, but I suspect they are. Yeah. Whew. Good thing we played the Hyper Beam earlier, because the enemy was definitely attacking gain that turn. All for One is actually kind of good. Like, Beam Cell comes back, so does Flash of Steel, so does another Flash of Steel, so does Dual Cast. Obviously, things like the Go for the Eyes would be included in this deck, so All for one makes sense as well. Multicast makes a little bit of sense for the symbiotic virus thing as well. This lets us get more aggressive, though. You can no longer rest at rest sites, but I get extra energy. I don't really know if I need the extra energy at all, because my hands are so diluted with curses that I don't even have the ability to spend all of the energy that I have. For every 5 cards in your deck, heal 3 HP whenever you enter a rest site, or the Orrery. Upon pickup, choose and add 5 cards to your deck. 5 cards added to this deck could be really huge. I think I'll do the 5 cards. There's a go for the eyes. Boot sequence in the opening hand. That's really good. Sunder pre-upgraded. I could probably justify that. I don't really want it, but I could probably justify it. Another boot sequence. Sweeping beam. Up against go for the eyes. Sweeping beam's pre-upgraded at least. Alright. I'm gonna go for the eyes, sweeping beam, boot sequence. Boot sequence? Try and get enough innate things that the size of my opening hand actually opens. Because now we have, what? How many innate things? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have 5 innate things. Anything that we have past this point that is innate will just be in our opening hand as well. Will increase the size of our opening hand. Super useful tech. Ooh, yeah, that, the violence on turn 1 is oftentimes going to get us all for one. It's going to be really good. As well as, likely, things that all for one can pull back. Fajra started combat with 1 strength. Don't I love it? Enlightenment Overclock. I'd probably take Overclock, actually. Probably not Enlightenment, though. Yes, Overclock. Hey, I even managed to get the normality. Yes! Oh, we're going nuts with these curses. I love it. The first time you lose HP each combat, draw 3 cards. Seems pretty useful. So does that Overclock as well, though. So does Secret Weapon. And as a direct result, I will take all of those options. Thank you very much for doing it. I love that a lot of these fights are... Oh my god, I was about to say I love that a lot of these fights are over before they even start. And then we got the bag of marbles, which is only going to continue said trend. Mercury Hourglass at the start of each combat. The start of each turn, deal 3 damage to all enemies. Overclock, both the draws, definitely. We're not getting back to a discard pile at any point. Pfft, kidding me? Damn it! Ugh, I knew I should have drawn. Should have not drawn, rather. Oh, that's really bad. We actually might end up taking a pretty significant amount of damage as a direct result of that. Never mind. I found some damage left in the deck. Whew! Yikes. Regal Pillow, whenever you rest, heal additional 15 HP, as well as a white noise. I could take that if I had enough draw to support it in the deck. I'll just take it anyway. Just because it gives something, it's a mana pump for something else, because it makes a 0 cost power, it itself costs 0, and then Mummified Hand, whenever a power is played, makes something else cost 0. Okay. Calcum, it's fine. Not really going to have any impact for us, ideally. Very glad that didn't hit on a Malady. Probably should have stayed there for a Parasite, but the fact that I don't know the enemy's intents means that I would have stayed there for a really long time looking for just 1 Parasite for absolutely no score bonus. Just so that I would have a little bit more strength for the rest of the combat. That doesn't seem worthwhile. Probably shouldn't have used violence there, just because it's very important to have consistent damage on this enemy. Concerned that dual cast has to be played there. Just lost a lot of attacks as well, by the way, so... Things are starting to get a little bit more contentious in here. It's fine. Okay, good. There's no normality left in the deck, so we can at the very least play the rest of it out. Oh, what a great pull to have gotten there. Thank you for giving me buffer at exactly the right time, video game. You clearly knew I needed it. Molten Egg, whenever you have an attack card to your deck past this point, upgrade it. Somehow I feel like we're probably not going to get too much usage out of that. Let's rest and get back to full HP for the extra energy it gives us, despite the fact we don't really need it at all. Oh! Damn it! Look, Flash of Steel had to go out before All for One anyway, because All for One was going to get the Flash of Steel back. And all of those wanted to go out before Hyper Beam in order to increase Hyper Beam's damage. It's just unfortunate how it ultimately worked out there. Goddamn Normalities. I really... Normality is like one of the parts of this game that I still think is like, I don't know. I don't know if that one's designed that great. It just hurts so much more than almost every other curse in almost every situation. Like, there are some curses that have, you know, fringe good usefulnesses of them. Not all of them have to, obviously. Frailty, weakness, rarely good. But normality is just so punishing. Denies you a card in hand, it means you can only play 3 of the other ones. And then if you have any draw in your deck, oh. You know what? That's the biggest thing for me, is the fact that if you draw into it, it ends your turn, because it's just so heartbreaking when it happens. Gambler's Brew can actually be pretty useful for us. Drop the Liquid Bronze for it. We have so many bad cards in the deck, to be able to cycle past them is pretty good. Losing the Beam Cell is not that great, though. Losing Boot Sequence is fine, I guess. Not happy about it, but it's fine. Okay. So let's figure out what we're doing for this entire turn first. Skill Potion, no. Power Potion, yes. That should probably go out here on turn 1. Biased Cognition. So the Ancient Potion can either keep the Strength from the Flex Potion, keep the Focus from a Biased Cognition, or keep the Focus away from being lost to a Hyper Beam. I think the only useful element is the Flex Potion one. I think we do take Biased Cognition here, though, just because the rest of the options are pretty bad. So Ancient Potion into Flex Potion, into Biased Cognition, into Violence. Oh, we do have another Beam Cell in here. Lovely. As well as 2 Awful Ones. Now, I'm happy to do some draw here. Just because I know that Gambler's Brew can get rid of it if I need. God, I hate misclicking that. Happens to me constantly. Yeah. Seems to have worked pretty well. Got 2 Normalities left in the deck, though. Wee bit of a concern. At the very least, I know that Decker is not attacking this turn. Today is Donu's turn. Beautiful. When you have 17 strength, not so many things can stand up to you, even if you basically have a deck that's comes straight from Niao, effectively. It's straight from Niao plus curses. For the moment, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Yeah, that's not going to be a good score at all. I mean, it's not bad. 60th. It's fine. That said, that is the kind of run where I feel like in order to get up here on the top, what you probably needed was the Courier, a decent amount of money, and then you hit the right shop, get a membership card, buy out the rest of the cards. win the game like that. Or just save up a bunch of money with the Courier that you actually do get and go for that same kind of strategy. I feel like that's probably the way people went, because save like the top 4 scores here. These are kind of super attainable. For the moment, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.